So you want to start learning the piano, but you have no idea where to start. Don't worry, I got you. This video is going to cover the step-by-step process for actually getting started learning the piano and making progress on the piano. And we're going to go through a 4-step process that are structured like quests. Okay? All you need to do is complete these 4 quests. We're going to go through them and I'm going to explain why they're important. Okay? So, the first quest is really obvious. If you actually want to start learning the piano, you need to get a piano or a keyboard. You need to get one of these things in your house or in your personal space or in your room. It needs to be accessible to you. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to learn and practice. This might sound really stupidly obvious, right? But you want to learn the piano, right? How do I know that? Because you clicked on this video and you're still watching, right? You want to learn the piano, okay? But what can happen is that you can move on with your life and kind of put that in the back of your mind and you want to learn, but you're like, why aren't you actually learning? It's because you don't have a piano and a keyboard in your space. Whereas if you get a piano, if you get a keyboard, if you invite one of these instruments into your life, guess what's going to happen? It's going to be in front of you. It's kind of like the water bottle principle. Do you know what the water bottle principle is? It's the principle that if you always have a bottle of water in front of you, as often as possible, you're going to drink more water because it's just in front of you. You're going to drink more water. That's a hack right there. If you want to get your water in, have a water bottle in front of you. If you want to learn the piano, have a piano in your house or in your room. Get a keyboard, okay? So I'm working towards creating a guide towards, like an actual guide for knowing how to actually get a piano and a keyboard in your space. Because this is literally step 1. If you don't have one of these, you're not going to make progress. That's obvious, okay? I don't need to keep going on about that. The next thing that you need to do here, this way. The next one, get a teacher or a course. A lot of people want to learn the piano through self-teaching themselves. And yes, you can do that. You can do that if you want. It's your journey. However, there is a massive problem with self-teaching yourself the piano. You might get lost. You might develop bad habits. You're going to learn from all of these different sources and it's not a structured pathway. Whereas if you get a teacher or buy an online course, you're going to have a clear structured pathway and you're going to get the video lessons in a focused manner and you're going to follow one path. That is the fast lane to actually making progress. Whereas if you try to learn yourself, you're not going to have the accountability or the external motivation or the financial investment to actually put in the work to practice the piano and get results. Because guess what? The only way that you're actually going to get good at the piano, to be able to express yourself and use it for your creative endeavors, whether that's composing music or producing music or writing songs or just performing or whatever you want to do with the piano, if you don't practice the instrument, you're not going to make any progress. That is the number one way to actually improve on the instrument. And don't go into this looking for hacks. There are hacks. There are a couple of hacks, okay? I'm not going to show you them in this video. But ultimately, hacks only take you so far. If you actually want to play this instrument, you have to practice. You have to learn. And a teacher and a course is going to give you a structured pathway of lessons that is going to help you learn. A teacher is especially effective because a teacher is going to be there by your side and is going to give you practical, this is what you need to do. This is what, focus on this. Also, though, with a teacher, there can be downsides. For example, they might be a classical teacher and you might not want to learn classical music. That is the beauty of the online space, though. There are online teachers that you can find. So find an online teacher that you resonate with. Find a teacher and a course that you actually resonate with. Because if you're going to commit to one path, you need to resonate with that path. Why? Because the most important thing is to get inspired. Step 3, the third quest. I suck at this. This is not. Yeah. Get inspired. Okay? That's why you want to resonate with the teacher or the course that you buy and that you invest in, right? Because you want to be inspired. You want to ultimately fall in love with this instrument so that you can just sit at it, you know, and you can just like express yourself on it. Right? I can do this because I love the piano. I love this instrument. I love it so much. And because I love it, I want to practice it. I want to practice and to get better. And so if you love this instrument, you're going to practice because you love to do it, okay? And so that is why you want to get inspired. That's step 3. And that's why you want to have a course or a teacher that you resonate with. And that's also why you need a keyboard or a piano in your space so that you can actually practice what the material that they tell you to practice. I know that's such a stupid point. It's so obvious, right? Of course you need that. But I'll tell you what, one of my first in-person piano students, he was a great kid. His name was Blake. I was trying to teach him, but guess what? He didn't have a piano. He couldn't practice. He had to go into a school practice studio, which was just like, so the barrier to actually practice and get better was there were so many obstacles in the way. You want to remove all those obstacles so that it's as easy as possible for you to sit at the piano or the keyboard to practice. Likewise, with the teacher or the course material that they actually tell you to practice, you want to make that as accessible as possible. That's why we have these things here, right? This thing. This is a stand that you put music on. You might not want to learn sheet music, and that's fine. You don't have to. There are a lot of teachers and methods that don't teach sheet music. By the way, I have my own method. I teach, and I have a guild. It's kind of like a gamified way, an RPG gamified way of unlocking the keyboard and learning the piano. You can check that out in the link below. But again, I'm not telling you to take my thing. Only take my thing if you resonate with me and if you resonate with my teaching style. I really want you to... That's so important, okay? Don't learn from me if you don't resonate with me or my style, okay? Now, the last thing you want to do, step 4, show up for 10 minutes a day. That's just 10 minutes. Okay, here's the problem that a lot of beginners have. A lot of beginners, they want to play this instrument. Of course you do. I want to play... We all want to play this instrument. We all want to express ourselves on this instrument. Why? Because it's a beautiful instrument, right? It's beautiful. We love it. Okay? However, a lot of beginners look at the staircase. They look at the ladder. They look at the mountain ahead of them. And guess what? They're like, that's so hard. How am I ever going to get on top of that mountain? That's so hard. I don't even have good walking shoes. Well, step 1, get some walking shoes, right? Get a keyboard or piano. Yeah, we get it. What I'm saying is that you don't need to look up at the mountain. You just need to look at you just need to take the step in front of you. You just need to take the next step in the journey. What is the first step that you need to take in the piano journey? You just need to show up every day. Even just 5 minutes. Just have a practice of sitting at the piano, at your keyboard, every single day if you can. Or as consistently as you can, right? As consistently as possible. It might be every second day. Just make a practice, make a habit of sitting at it. You don't even have to practice. You don't even have to practice. Just get into the habit of sitting at it. And if you're sitting at it, well, what's going to happen? Well, you're just going to start noodling. start noodling, you start falling in love with it. And when you start falling in love with it, you start wanting to practice. You start wanting to improve. Right? So that is the 4-step process for getting started actually learning the piano. I hope that this video was helpful. Definitely subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. I'm here to help you unlock the keyboard, okay? I have a private community, and that is for you if you really want to take it seriously and accelerate your journey and know exactly what to do. But you don't have to sign up for that. I'm going to be making free, community service videos and content here to help you, okay? So just subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. There are tune quests, right? I teach piano tutorials, how to play popular songs. And I also teach more practical stuff. You can check that out. And I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here making videos, so subscribe, like the video if this was helpful, and share it with someone. Do all the good things, okay? Awesome. Good luck. Unlock the keyboard. I'll see you next time. Bye.